What music are you going to do in the future?
I never think about what I'm going to do in the future, but I always write music to do with my feelings.
The Plains of Peace by Olivia Ward Bush Banks. Again my fancy takes its flight and soars away on thoughtful wing. Again my soul thrills with delight, and this the fancied theme I sing. From earthly scenes awhile I find release, and dwell upon the restful plains of peace. The plains of peace are passing fair, where naught disturbs and naught can harm. I find no sorrow, woe, or care. These all are lost in perfect calm. Bright are the joys, and pleasures never cease for those who dwell on the plains of peace. No scorching sun or blighting storm, no burning sand or desert drear, no fell disease or wasting form to mar the glowing beauty here. Decay and ruin ever must decrease here on the fertile, healthful plains of peace. What rare companionship I find, what hours of social joy I spend, what restfulness pervades my mind, communing with congenial friend. True happiness seems ever to increase while dwelling here upon the plains of peace. Ambitions too are realized, and that which I have sought on earth I find at last idolized. My longings ripen into worth, my fondest hopes no longer fear to cease, but bloom forth brightly on the plains of peace. 'Tis by my fancy, yet 'tis true, that somewhere having done with earth, we shall another course pursue. According to our aim or worth, our souls from mortal things must find release, and dwell immortal on the plains of peace.
staying in bed. Float upstream, please don't shake me, no, don't bring me, leave me as I am, I'm sleeping.
Hello. If you want to know more about John Lennon, don't go to the internet. Instead, read a bleeding book. Here's a short review about one of the best Beatle books ever, the John Lennon Letters. Like so many of you, I've read tons of individual biographies, and I wait for the next Lewinson book. But there's something special about these letters to family, friends, bandmates, lovers, strangers. I don't feel biography can reach the essence of John revealed in these 300 handwritten letters. There's love, there's sadness, there's rage, and there's this ever-present wit. And there are little drawings, sketches all over the place that always adds one more insight, one more connection. These letters represent accumulation of so many reflections of his life. Notes from age 10, thanking his aunt for a Christmas towel, all the way up to age 40, an autograph with a John and Yoko sketch that John gave the studio switchboard operator just before heading back to the Dakota for the last time. And these beautiful, telling, handwritten words and dashed off pictures, you have the clearest path to understanding not the Beatle, but understanding the soul of John Lennon.
Everyone, and welcome to Brown Box. This is an offshoot of Dylan Box. If you notice, there's nothing written on the box, hence Brown Box.
Good title.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm Ryan, and
I'm Chris.
And the gist of this show is we're each going to kind of turn each other on to some music that we in our own personal collections that the other person either may not be so familiar with or may not be so hip to. So that's just really quick, kind of just what we're looking at.
Okay.
You want to go first, or?
No, it's time you go first.
All right, so let me pick out my pick here. So we have, okay, one of my other favorite Bobs. This is a record by Mr. Bob Pollard and his band, Guided by Voices. This album is Alien Lanes, and it's actually, this is the 25th year.
Oh.
Bob Pollard is a former elementary school teacher who was weekends. He was a rock and roll guy. He's recorded thousands of songs and never really thought of becoming a full-time musician until around the time of this record, a little before this record.
Oh, okay.
And then that's when, and he's been playing music ever since with either like this band or 20 other bands that he does. Okay. So with different people. I discovered this maybe about 20 years ago. I love it because it reminds me of side 2 of Abbey Road, where all the songs just kind of flow together. It's just one after the other. It's about 27 songs, and I think maybe in about a little less than 40 minutes. So, I mean, you're getting like a lot of snippets and kind of like ideas.
Resonance territory there.
A little bit, yeah. But I mean, lo-fi. But the great thing to sell you on is the melody. Is this like the way this guy just writes these melodies? It sounds like, I think he said it like Beatles demos. I mean, so it's a very like 60s sounding record, and that's what I love about this and a lot of his other albums. It's just it's amazing.
I didn't know his history. I know about Guided by Voices, but I didn't know that he was no more a teacher. There's a lot of good rock and roll teachers.
Absolutely.
And that he sort of just built his song momentum into this as a gig.
It was a guy, and everyone was telling him, like, you're wasting your time with this band thing, and because he was spending money, he was taking out loans from the school credit union to press records, and then they weren't selling. So it was just like, there's a record a couple before this one. It was like the last one, and his manager, on the slide sent it to all these people, and they started calling him up, and then so it just became, it was the right time. Kind of mid-90s. is when they kind of got noticed, and then a lot of other bands kind of gravitated towards it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I love it. It's an amazing record.
So you had heard the earlier albums, or you started with this?
I heard the earlier ones. The first one I heard was Isolation Drills, which was a 2000 release, which was incredibly polished. And the album before that one was produced by Rick Ocasek, and that one, as you can imagine, was incredibly polished. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, this sounds good to me. Let's go check out some of their other stuff. So I went back to a record before this, some of their EPs, and eventually got to this. And I'm like, is this the same band? Like, is it because it was completely like this? The not only the fidelity of it, but like you're hearing like snatches of songs. You're hearing like just different ideas and different styles, but it's all him. And it's all it's all like familiar. Yeah. This one, I don't know why. I keep going back to it because it's like, if you're gonna turn someone onto this band, it's not maybe the best record, but if you're a fan of 60s music, if you like the Beatles. If you like stuff like the Kinks, then this record is for you.
There you go.
Definitely.
Guided by Voices. That's a very good brown box recommendation.
Thank you.
Among the many victims in Friday's terror attacks in Paris was a college student from Southern California. Yesterday, hundreds gathered at Cal State Long Beach for a vigil in honor of 23-year-old Noemi Gonzalez. She was spending a semester studying design near Paris and was killed while dining at a restaurant. U.S. Poet Laureate Juan Felipe Herrera wrote a poem dedicated to her for yesterday's vigil, and Timothy White, the chancellor of the Cal State University system, read it.
With candles we stand and we kneel. This is how it is now. We, well, all of us, we, send you these flowers across time, this time here which we cannot explain. All love goes to you and your friends the other nights, so many with you, gone. We stand. We play Lennon's Piano Imagine. We say a world without violence. We want to imagine that in your name. Noemi Gonzalez of El Monte, from Whittier, California, from Cal State Long Beach. Then we run out of words. The words, so many words. Your cousin Jacqueline, your mother, Beatrice, we know them now for you. We write them a poem too. I do not know how we will do that. We are doing that. That is all. Like the designs you made for a high-spirited world. You said you were high-spirited, self-driven, yes? Like the dreams you had, like the words first generation. The ones you used to describe your life. We continue with you somehow. It is not important to know how. It is important to continue. That is all. I must say it again. We are all writing a poem for you, for your mama, Beatrice Gonzalez, for your cousin, Jacqueline. She loved you. That love will make it all right. That love will make it all right. Yes. Here is your song, Mimi. We light Noemi a candle. The candle waves across the stars. Close, they are so close because Noemi and Paris are in our hearts.
Thanks to Southern California Public Radio reporter Sharon McNary for that audio recording, a poem written by U.S. Poet Laureate Juan Felipe Herrera for 23-year-old Noemi Gonzalez, a Cal State Long Beach student who was killed in Friday's attacks in Paris.
Goodnight Starbright. I'm going to dedicate it to Betty tonight.
I got to hold these lyrics because it's hard. It's an emotional tune and I might not do so well. You want to do it? I'll do my best. God makes you beautiful, the God that brings you home, the God that leaves you out here on my own, the God that calls a bird before it's flown. Well, heaven knows you're not alone. Good night, starbright, sleep, sleep and dream. Say goodbye, you're still here with me. Life is just a melody we never understand. Music in a stream without a plan. We can't have the whole world in our hands. Heaven knows we're not alone. Bright, sleep, sleep and dream. Don't sigh, don't say goodbye. You're still here with me. And half of what you whisper now makes all the sense to me. You could tear these lines to set you free, sail into a deep eternity. Heaven knows we're not alone. Good night, starbright, sleep, sleep and dream. Don't sigh, and I won't cry. You're still here with me. You're still alive in me. If you held a notebook of protest songs from Greenwich Village to the White House lawn, you'd hold the story of how a river ran past broken fences on a promised land. We'd say it forever, in cafes we'd stand, in fields, farmlands, dead flower hands, stone and naked, just past Duluth, like freedom was a highway. I wish that was true. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever. Living is easy with eyes closed, misunderstanding all you see.
It's getting hard to be someone, but it all works out. It doesn't matter much to me. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever. No one I think is in my tree. I mean, it must be how low. That is, you can't, tune in, but it's alright. That is, I think it's not too bad. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever. Always know sometime, think it's me, but I know when it's a dream. I think I know, yes, but it's all wrong. That is, I think I disagree. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever. Strawberry fields forever. Strawberry fields forever. Jeannie had a gun, now she don't have one. When she woke up, she just didn't need it. Frankie had a knife, used it all his life, but he tossed it and did not retrieve it. Larry used his fist, but he turned his wrist. He hails a waitress at the coffee counter. Susie's in a gang, but she turned around. Now she's a model to the fans around her. Saturday sun, and now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. This breaks out like a Saturday sun, and now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Thousands in the street being a soft retreat. They left the cars and they just started walking. Nothing is real crossing strawberry fields. They sat down and they started talking. East breaks out like a Saturday sun. Now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. East breaks out like a Saturday sun. Now it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Central Park, good Dakota. No one says why, but he walks on by. John Lennon smiles from his Toyota. Yeah, peace breaks out all over the world. Peace breaks out.